The Reproductive Health Bill is a landmark measure passed by Congress. Ryan Chua tells us the challenges facing government in implementing the law and how it can help the poor.
Girlie wanted to stop having children many times before, but she knows little about family planning, and she's afraid to try artificial means like contraceptives.
Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Act of 2012, or the RH Law. The RH Law is a Philippine law that provided universal access to methods on contraception, fertility control, sexual education, and maternal care in the Philippines. The Family Income and Expenditures surveys had unambiguously shown that poverty incidence was lower for families with fewer children, but rose consistently with the number of children.
I am in favor of the public health law. It's a choice, it's up to you anyway. I myself have found and I think that it has a lot of benefits. One is that it's giving the people options and I believe in that. So I'm in favor. I think it's about time. For most of the beneficiaries of the RH law are women, Filipino women, who have for long been deprived of comprehensive information and services on public health. Simply put, their public health is a proposed law that addresses concerns like as maternity and childcare, population economics, and situations involving sexual intercourse. It aims to improve the country's healthcare by providing medical and health services to Filipinos of all socioeconomic backgrounds. So, therefore, I am in favor because I care about the deprived and the poor.
The reproductive health law was very controversial and a lot of opinions clashed regarding the implementation of this act. I pondered and thought that the pros outweigh the cons of this law. It utilized our scientific knowledge as an effective instrument for the promotion of national progress and to tackle problems within our country. It tackles and concerns the health of women and children, which are the key to sustain a healthy and developed nation. These programs would lift the well-being of individual women and children and benefit the economy and the environment as well. I believe that this law is very helpful in terms of many factors that have a direct impact in our nation building. It is able to mitigate maternal deaths related to pregnancy and childbirth, infant mortality, early pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases, and family planning which could possibly affect poverty. These are all crucial to the progress of a nation and could indicate its status. I also think that RH law is far from being a perfect solution. The law is there but much remains to be done. The process is kind of slow, but progress is progress. One thing can lead to another. I think the implementation of this act is one of our steps toward a better nation. So with more efforts on the education of many more Filipinos, widening their access to family planning tools, and achieving the ideal reproductive health targets, we can achieve the goals we have set for our nation. This is why I believe that LGUs have a key role in the implementation of this policy.
At the RH law, it mainly emphasizes about the reproductive and sexual health and the well-being by preventing any reproductive health-related problems. By this, we can have an idea or right to request services that related to the RH law because some are shy to talk about sexual health related to others. It is so important that this law has been proclaimed and get the right of someone to express themselves. However, I have read some articles that the Catholic Church is actually against this law because they are against of using contraceptives. And still, the law has been passed and there are a lot of benefits that this law contribute to the country. Like for the education of the teenagers about sex education and how to use contraceptives and others, for the maternals and for the breastfeeding and many more.
The exhilarating news is that the increase in our population growth rate per in 2021, the lowest in 75 years at 0.3% since the 1945 to 1946 period. However, the discomforting news is that it was mainly attributed to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic causing the current health and economic crises. It must be underscored that it is the enactment and efficacy of the Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Act RH law, which have greatly supported and realized the choice of couples during the pandemic to postpone having children or not have additional children. Even with the occurrence of the pandemic, but without the RH law, the drastic mitigation of PER would not have happened. The pandemic was incidental. It was the RH law that was crucial.